All right. So it's a very interesting sentences using more creative expressions. Um, so let's go through this. So first is this is 역시. This is very good. It almost reads like a beginning of a sentence. Um, Now I would I'm not sure about this connective here. Um, I think 하는 게 청소하기가 싫다. It sounds 청소하기가 싫다. It sounds like you have talked previously in like the preceding sentences further about, for example, the fact that you have to clean. That it's like you do it clean, and then you follow it by saying, "But after all, I don't like the cleaning." Then I think 하기가 is a bit more appropriate. But since we don't have any preceding context, I think 하는 게 would be a better fit. Although it's I think 언제든 그렇지. 언제나 그렇지 않은가? 언제든. This is a very advanced expression, so that's good. 그래도 언제든 그렇지만 특히 피곤할 땐 정신없을 때가 더 그런 것 같아. 물론 그렇지만 특히 피곤할 때는 정신이 없을 때. Huh. I'm not sure. I have my doubts. I wonder if it needs to be 언제나. 언제. No, not 언제나, but 항상. 항상 그렇지만. Yeah, I think it needs to be 항상. Because 언제든, when you're using 언제든, you're responding to an implicit question of which times you are doing it. Um, and here, are you responding to an implicit question? Anyway, I think 항상 it's a better fit. 편했던 점수대가 더 그런 것 같아. 내가 okay, I think that's fine. 해야 한 해야 한다는 것을. This is knowing how to do it, but what you know is that you have to do it, not how to do it. So, well, especially because we already have the 해야. 해야 하는 것을 해야 한다는 것을 잘 알고 있으면서도 싫어서 눈이 come 싫어서 설거지나 빨래를 그냥 두고 다른 재밌는 걸 찾는 게 보통이다. 음, let's have a comma here. Oh, oh, the mouse automatically pressed the back button. Okay. I'm thinking I need to write 하기 here, but then it feels repetitive. 해야 한다는 것을 잘 알고 있으면서도 because we have 한다 here and 한다 here, but we need it, I think. Now, another way in which we don't, because here the sentence feels, the change I made, which is adding the hagi, makes the sentence feel a little bit repetitive because hada appears twice, or I guess is it appearing 3 times? You could write 귀찮아서. Then we don't have 한다. But let's leave it. 하기 싫어서 설거지나. Are people including 빨래 as part of cleanup? You know, I never in my mind put laundry as a type of cleaning. I would think of laundry as a house chore, along with cleaning or like dishwashing, but not as cleaning. This is interesting. Okay. 해야 한다는 것을, okay, let me put this. 해야 한다는 것을 해야 한다는 것을 해야 한다는 것을 잘 알고 있으면서도 하기 싫어서 yes. 나서 okay. So the omission of the subject here is good. But because we don't have subject concordance between this sentence and the previous sentence, because here the subject is 청소, but here we transition to a list of 2 examples. And because of that, the omission of the subject here comes a little bit weird. So I would add something like 규칙적으로 okay, something like that. 집안일은 규칙적으로 해야 된다는 것을 잘 알고 있으면서도 해야 한다는 점, 해야 한다는 것, 귀찮아서 설거지나 빨래는 내버려 두고 다른 재미있는 것을 찾는 게 보통이다. It's not a good fit here because this sentence doesn't feel analytic enough to be talking about a pattern. Because you discover like a pattern here. Yeah, but you're just commenting on what you usually do. Does it make sense? Well, anyway, so 다른 재미있는 걸 찾게 된다. 재미있는 일을 재미있는 것을 일을 활동을 오케이 귀찮아서 설거지나 빨래는 내버려 두고 다른 재미있는 일을 찾게 된다. Okay. There's no need to, this expression like puts additional emphasis on the 그것, but there's no effect achieved by putting emphasis there. So I think we can omit this. We can omit this section because it sounds weird. 나쁜 습관인 줄도 알고 있지만 do you use 줄도 if there's something else that you did that is also a bad habit? But this is the only thing that is a bad habit. They're not doing your chores. So or that there's a list of things that you know that this is, that you know it's, I don't know, it's something that is a bad habit and that is something else. I have a hard time thinking of examples. But if you have a list of things, 그것이, what could it be? 질병이다. 질병? 질병이다. 불효이다. Okay, that sounds plausible. 불효이다. 나쁜 습관이다. What else? Let's say we have a list of two. If you had 그게 불효이자 나쁜 불효인 것도 알고 있고 나쁜 습관인 줄도. No, I don't think you can use the 줄도 here at all. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting stuck explaining what 줄 is, but it's not. So 나쁜 습관이라는 것을 알고 있지만, now this is a typo, or I guess it's originalism. 어디지? 경상도인가? So first, let's fix it to 표준어. Now, it's a little unclear what you're trying to say here, specifically. If you're just saying, 그냥 어쩔 수 없다. 나쁜 습관이란 것을 알고 있지만, 그냥 대충 그렇게 살고 있다. Just like that is how we would say that. We would say 어쩔 수 없이 if there's a reason. So this is a bad habit, but there's a reason, such as, I don't know, like half of my body does not move because I have, like, you know, paralysis. Then you use 어쩔 수 없이 and explain that fact that half of my body is paralyzed or something. But if you're not citing an example, just saying, well, it's then yeah, this is not appropriate for that. Okay. Okay. Very complex structure. So okay. Where do I fix this? So this is wrong, but I think it's attempting to build this causal relationship and presenting in a very literary expression. But I'm not sure where to start fixing it. So I could write this from scratch. Let's see. 나를 청소하도록 만드는 나를 청소하도록 만드는 and all of these expressions chosen here get pretty close to what the writer was trying to do, but are slightly off as an assemblage of for the sentence. So it's a good attempt. This is a good attempt. but I'll take all of it out. 하도록 만드는 유일한 what should we put here? 요소? No, 자극 is not it, I think. 유일한 원동력? 유일한 원인? 청소하도록 만드는 유일한 now what? Okay, I'm like burning to comment on my sound. Let's go first with what should go instead of 자극. 나를 청소하도록 만드는 유일한 뭐가 있지? 유일한 변화, 요인, 원인, 유일한 인과관계. 인과관계랑 연관된 표현을 쓰는데. 상황? Okay. I guess I need to think about what the end noun is going to be. And the end noun is 손님. Okay, 집안 손님. Okay. I can't think of a word. I think there must be something, but I can't think of the right noun to replace 자극 here. So I'm gonna I'm gonna restructure this sentence and say something like 유일한. There be something that's like non-optimal choice that could go here. 나를 청소하고 만드는 유일한 원동력? 상황. Okay. We need to use 상황, but with 상황, we need to use 상황 as a noun and not 손님. So we're gonna adjust that. 유일한 상황은, okay. 상황 is a word that we could use in this kind of sentence buildup. So 나를 청소하도록 만드는 유일한 상황은 집에 손님이 방문할 때이다. Okay, there we go. 예를 들면 maybe 예를 들어? 예를 들면 Okay, let's leave it. I'm not sure. I kind of feel like it should be 예를 들어. 예를 들면 then do we need to add 만약 here? 예를 들면 우리 어머니가 만약. Okay, let's leave it too. It feels a little bit redundant, but it doesn't make it awkward. So 예를 들면 만약 우리 어머니가 방문하러 오겠다고. Okay, here the conditional conjugation needs to be used only once in the main verb, and it's being used. Is it being used twice? But here, I think only one of these two verbs needs to use it. So 우리 어머니가 방문하러 오겠다고 오겠다고. Oh, and this is very good. The 높임말 is used only once here. So that's good. This is not 높임말. 방문하러 오겠다고 하셨더라면, 아니 우리 어머니가 방문하러 오겠다고 하셨더라면 나는 했을 거다. 님이 어머니가 방문하러 쉐네비 하시면 우리 어머니가 방문하러 오겠다고 하시면 내가 했을 거다. 했을 것이다. Now, here, before we change that, here needs to be 나는. And the reason is 나는 is because we have an if-then relationship. If this, then I would have done this. And because of that, we need a then here, and not a statement, a simple statement. And because, yeah, and then when you change to 는, the subject also needs to change to 내가. 나는 진짜 게으름뱅이는 interesting structure. 만약 우리 어머니가 만약 예를 들면 okay. I'm gonna take a 만약 우리 어머니가 방문하러 오신다고 방문하러 오겠다고 하실 거예요. I'm gonna change to this. It's a simpler structure and I'm getting less confused. So I'm going to change to this, and because I change it to this verb format, I need to take out the 만약. 우리 어머니가 방문하러 오겠다고 하실 경우 나는 this is a little strange. So is the thought process here that if my mother visits while the room is messy, she would have thought that I'm a real like lazy ass. And in order to prove that I'm not, I would have cleaned the house very quickly. Is that what's going on here? So if that's what's going on, 하실 경우 it's a little bit weird. So instead of fixing it, 게으름뱅이로 낙인 인식 게으름뱅이로 시켜버리는 것만을 피하기 위해 okay. Yeah, so this was an interesting attempt, but I wasn't sure. It sounds a little bit weird, and I'm not sure where to fix it to make it sound right. So I just used a completely different expression for a similar purpose, I think. Now, 무척 빠르게 it's a little bit out of place because it sounds detached from the flow of the remaining sentence, which is this causal relationship between the if this, and then because of that, I like it's not properly emphasized that the reason is fast is to prevent this negative outcome. And because it's not emphasizing it, it feels detached, this expression. So instead of that, I think I would say 서둘러서. And say, instead of saying very quickly, I would say I would rush. And then there's a strong causal relationship between I don't want to be portrayed this way, and therefore I'm doing it quickly. And normally when you say you're cleaning the whole house, you usually say 온 집안을. 온 집안을 청소했을 것이다. 청소했을 거다. 예를 들면 우리 어머니가 방문하고 오겠다고 하실 경우 Let's see what it looks like. Final song. Doesn't show me the final form. Ah, crap. Okay. It's showing me the original form. So 나는 진짜 게으른 병이로 지켜보는 필기 서둘러서 온 집안을 했다고 하실 경우 I think it needs to be 거시다. To put an emphasis in the causal relationship. I think. Okay.